The biggest mistake that entrepreneurs, that business owners make that cost them so much. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Marketing Mindsets, and today's episode I want to go deep into something that's really important. In fact, I think it's the most important bit when it comes to marketing. Like, it's the one thing, if you go and learn marketing from anyone, like anyone respectable, anyone who knows what they talk about when they do marketing, this is the first thing that they teach, and it's about how everything about marketing revolves around your target customer. Like, it's not at all about what you think, it's everything about what your customer thinks. It's all down to perception. Like, marketing is just really perception. And the biggest mistake that entrepreneurs, that business owners make that cost them so much profit, so much revenue, that makes their business fail and crash even when they have a really amazing product that can't sell. Right? The biggest problem, the biggest mistake they make is that they keep it all in their own mind. They care about their own perception more than the target customer's perception, and that's really it. And so I want to shift that mindset for you, because it's the biggest thing. When I realized this, I was fortunate enough to kind of have this drilled into me from the very beginning. I had really good teachers. I also paid a lot of money to learn. I had really good teachers who told me that marketing is all about what happens in your customer's mind, not in your own mind. And when I started looking at my friends who are going to business, or a lot of business owners, I used to go door to door, so I spoke to literally thousands of business owners in Singapore. And the people who were struggling, the people who couldn't get to the next level and start achieving the kind of impact that they want in business, the reason that they couldn't do that for themselves most of the time, the reason was because they were stuck in their own head. They were thinking about, I have this amazing product, I have this amazing thing, and the question they ask themselves is, why aren't more people buying this from me? If this is so good, how come people don't want it? How come they're buying something that's more expensive, that doesn't work as well, or that's poorer quality? You know what I mean? And if you ever ask yourself that, then this might be the breakthrough for you. The reason is because everything that you know about your product is exactly what your customers have no idea about. And marketing is so difficult to grasp, because marketing just exists in that plane, in that realm where your customers have no idea who you are. They have no idea about the challenges, the struggles, the qualities of the product. They don't even care about the product. And the biggest thing is, I'm going to say it now, the biggest thing is your customers only care about the problem that they have. If your product solves the problem, that's great. That's step one of building a good business, have a good product. Step two is you're going to transmute, you're going to convey how your product solves the problem. And this is the gap where so many business owners fall off. If you're not making six figures in your business, or if you're not on the way to $1 million, if it's getting really difficult for you to scale to six figures and above, it's because you haven't figured out this gap. Once you figure out this gap, I promise you, it's really easy to get there. I've done it multiple times. Our companies have done it multiple times for other companies. I've seen people do it multiple times. Once you get through this gap, it's easy, right? You might not believe me, but trust me, once you figure it out, it's really easy. And let me break it down to you in terms. I've done this in trainings many different times, and what I'm about to say, normally when I say it this way, people understand it the most. It's basically this, right? You have a product. No one cares what the product is, right? You can talk about the product, it's not going to sell. What's going to sell is the packaging. How do you package the product, or rather, how do you position the product, right? How do you, like, I could have the most amazing product in the world, right? But if I have it wrapped in a horrible newspaper and it looks bad and it looks poor, no one's going to buy it, no one's going to want it, right? So the packaging is as important, if not more important, than the product when it comes to first impressions, when it comes to your first six figures, your first seven figures in business, when it's all down to really sales and getting people to buy your stuff, right? At that level, you don't really have word of mouth, you don't really have referrals, you can't do a lot of other stuff, right? You got to rely on getting cold traffic, strangers buying your stuff. And here's the truth, here's the one sentence that's going to click for you. You have to sell to people what they want. Give them what they need, but sell them what they want, right? So right now I want to break it down to you that the only thing you got to think about, if you can't answer this question, your mindset, the way you approach marketing is wrong, and just need a small tweak. Here's the question. You don't need to know what your customers need. That's easy. If you have a business, 100%, I guarantee you know what your customers need. But do you know what your customers want? Now, that's the big question that people don't get. If you can't answer this question, or if you're not at 6 figures, it's because you haven't really figured out the answer to this question. So, what do your customers want? What do they tell themselves in their head? What do they tell themselves every single day? When do they tell themselves that they want something, and what is the something? What's the solution to the problem that they have and that they face, right? So that's the mindset. Basically, get out of your own head, get into your customer's head. That's where marketing actually takes place. And the most difficult step to start with is to detach yourself from your product, from your business. And it's really difficult as a business owner because you created that product, and it's so difficult to look at it from another point of view, and that's exactly what you got to do. So that's really the one key lesson I want you to walk away with. And if you get that, like, it's going to change your business forever. Yeah, Thunder agrees with me. So do that. Let me know if you have any questions, because this might be a major thing. I don't know if you get it. I hope you get it. It's a really major mindset shift. It's my favorite. I think this is the biggest mindset episode that I've ever shot, just because of what you can actually get out of this video if you actually understand it, and then you go and take action and actually go and do it. Let me know if you have questions, because it's such a big topic. I want to help you. Watching a 5-minute video is not really gonna answer your specific marketing questions. So as always, leave your questions below and I will reply every single one. I really just want to help you guys grow and help your marketing really explode so that you get to 6-7 figures. Your business grows to the level that it needs to be. I'll see you in the next episode. Hey there, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, check out the relevant video here, and don't forget to subscribe to us for more marketing tips, techniques, strategies that are working for us, or just more behind the scenes fun. See ya!